Stunning beauties from all over the country will compete for the national crown, an opportunity to represent the Philippines at Miss Universe 2021. The preliminary events have officially started, and the toughest part of the competition is the infamous preliminary interview round. We've selected some of the delegates who we think excelled in their quick thinking and articulation. But the big question is, who spoke and who choked? Hello everyone, and welcome to Crown Sisters. In today's episode, I give you our Miss Universe Philippines 2021 Top 10 Preliminary Interview. But before we begin, please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Sige na be, I can see you're watching. With that out of the way, here are our top 10 favorites.
I would want to say that I am beautiful in my own eyes, because if I accept myself for who I am and I see how beautiful I am inside and outside, then I would just radiate beauty and confidence. I think that it would be a good way to develop your character and to learn more from those experiences. So I think that while we're young, we should make as much or as many mistakes as we can so as to learn from them and to better ourselves.
Yes, definitely, because you know you will never learn in life if you continue being complacent and not trying the things that you want to do. You will never know what you're getting not unless you try it. And you know, with failing, you can only learn and grow from it. But also remember that you can fail a lot of times, you can be broken a lot of times. But if you don't grow and you don't reassess what's happening with you, it's pointless. You know, I strongly believe that everything stems from the top. So if we have a good governance with no corruption, and we have great leaders that are seated, it's easy for us to remove poverty and also tackle the issue about environment.
The most important lesson that I've learned in the past week is to always be ready, to always be prepared with what happens in your life. Because I do think that there may be so many struggles in our lives, but it only takes us to stand back up, to be the person that we've always wanted to be, to believe in ourselves, and to always be ready for what is to come. Thank you. I think it is okay to make mistakes, 2 mistakes or 3, but when you keep repeating them, it is no longer a mistake, it is a choice. So I do think that we should not keep making mistakes, we should learn from them, because when we learn from our mistakes, I do not think that we should be able to do it again, because we have learned the lesson, and once we do, we become better individuals.
I would choose a government without corruption, because if we don't have corruption, we would also not see the poverty. We would see a government that takes care of its people. We would see a government who prioritize the safety, the healthcare, and then of course our environment, which is all very important. I would say to go with a motivational card or a motivational book with some quotes, because I think we all need a little bit of positivity every day, and it will definitely help us get through the worst times.
The most important lesson I've learned in the past week would have to be the ability to adapt and stay patient. As we know, there are so many things changing around us, not only outside of our bubble here in Miss Universe Philippines, but also just in our nation. And especially during all of the activities where we have sponsor shoots, we don't know our time calls or call times, and all of the scheduling that we have to do. It's important for us women to be able to adapt to whatever is thrown at us, and also to be able to be patient and know that everything is happening for a reason. I would not advise them to make mistakes, but if they were to make mistakes, I would tell them that it's completely okay, because our mistakes is how we grow as a person, and we should take lessons from each of those mistakes in order for us to grow into better people.
I'm most beautiful in my own eyes. I think I see myself in the mirror now with confidence, and I see myself with grace, and I carry myself in the most beautiful way, and I've never seen myself this way before. I think you need to make mistakes in order to learn from them. So I would say that to a young person, if you make a mistake for the first time, that's okay. That's okay to learn from it. And the best thing to do is move forward and become better.
Okay, the most important lesson I've learned from the past week is for me the importance of compassion. You have to be passionate about the things that you want in life. And being part of Miss Universe Philippines, I realized that this is the thing that I'm really passionate about, and I want to be that bridge to connect to the people. For me, there will always be challenges in your life. For me, I advise them to keep trying and trying until they succeed in life. But I will never suggest to keep repeating that mistake, but for them to learn from the past, learn from that mistake, and for them to move on and be better.
Oh my gosh. The most important lesson that I've learned in the past week is that I am capable. I think my whole life I've dreamt of being a beauty queen, and I never fully believed it was possible until this week. And I'm so proud. I got to do it. I think I am most beautiful in my own eyes because only I get to see the fullness of Ayin Bernos. You know, my lows, my highs, and I think through it all, I've really proven to myself that I own my beauty, and I've learned to embrace that kind of beauty. And I think I can say to myself that I am beautiful.
In my own eyes, I always make sure that every day when I go out, when I'm doing my own makeup, that my standard of beauty is myself. We all have our preferences on what's beautiful, but I think that I am beautiful because I am me. And I think if I could show a girl that she can feel like that as well, that's something that I would be proud of for the rest of my life. Absolutely. I think when I was 17 years old, I have made so many mistakes in my life. Just thinking about them right now makes me nervous. But I think all those mistakes, like not trusting myself enough to love someone, all those mistakes will make me take more risks in the future and now, which is why I always take more risks now.
In whose eyes? Well, mine. I think that the best reflection of beauty is how you see yourself. It doesn't really matter what other people say about you as long as you're assured that you're confident in how you bring yourself out. Because for me, physical beauty isn't what defines beauty. It's the kindness and the kind of person we are that we radiate from within. I wouldn't advise them to keep making mistakes, but I would remind them that there's nothing wrong with making mistakes as long as we do our best to correct them for the future. I would definitely choose the second, a government with no graft and corruption, because they can touch on both of the issues mentioned. They can help the environment by allocating enough funds, and they can also help the people by being fair and being just.
Who amongst these girls is your favorite to win the Miss Universe Philippines crown? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to follow us on our new Instagram page, Crown Sisters. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And always remember, we don't need to look the same. We just need to treat each other the same.